Hi guys, welcome to today's video, and in today's video, while the rest of the internet was busy being a hater, we found 5 Fortnite pro tips that will help you improve your Fortnite Battle Royale gameplays, especially if you're new. These are more advanced technical maneuvers, as I like to call them, that you can implement in your gameplay style that'll help you win more Fortnite Battle Royale games that you want to play. But before we get into the top 5 list, we are doing a Fortnite V-Bucks giveaway. The information will be played right now. We're giving away 1,000 V-Bucks. For those of you who want to enter, simply leave a like, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification to get push notifications, and leave a comment in the comment section below of your favorite Fortnite skin. After which, we will be giving the Fortnite V-Bucks giveaway. Announce the winners very soon in the future. Without further ado, the Fortnite Battle Royale 5 pro tips you need in your life right now begins. And at number 5, we have: you want to always make sure you're landing in the correct way, and that is landing at the water. Okay, because we already established in previous videos that there are ground level values, I'm going to tell you right now what the automatic shoot deployment level is, and that's 250 feet above the ground level. So this will happen universally throughout the map. Now, ground level values vary throughout the map. Where they're at their lowest, and this can be even a negative number, is on the river side. Anywhere on that river and Loot Lake have the lowest ground level values in the game. This means you'll deploy your shoot glider, closer to the ground and get to landing quicker and more faster than other opponents when they deploy. You can aim straight down, and another player can aim straight down, as if they have the high ground and you're aiming for the lake, you will deploy your glider at a lower altitude than them, which gives you around, it depends, maximum, I'd say 10-second lead time on other opponents. You'll be closer to any of the houses, loot chests that are in the area, and other players will be way above you in the sky, not knowing what happened. Deploying fast and quickly at the right altitude is the difference between getting your successful landing and dying in the first 2 minutes of the game. Do you want to be in the bottom 50 or the top 50? Just a question, because I gave you the solution right there. Number 4, trees as a camping spot. I know, it's crazy. A lot of people never even consider this notion. You thought bush camping was something that people did who didn't want to win the game, that it's some absurd strategy? No, sir, you are wrong. Bush camping in this game is pretty viable, but here's the thing. Everyone knows how to bush camp. You just walk into the bush and you sit down. And if you're not wearing a stupid costume or an egregious pickaxe like my AC/DC electrical one, no one will see you inside the bush. Now, since everyone knows that people hide in bushes, people are a lot more skeptical when walking near them. Some streamers even shoot every bush they come across, because getting killed by a bush camper sucks. It means you got outplayed by someone who wasn't really playing at all. That being said, no one ever looks in the trees. No one ever looks in the trees. Get that through your head right now. People will look up in the sky to see if there's a stairway to heaven being built, or if you call too much attention to that. But if you build a basic staircase up into a tree, what you have is, in certain areas, you'll have a better line of sight of all the action going on below you, and you can simply watch as your opponents take each other out while you're on the high ground in a tree. So it gives you the upper advantage of high ground and an area where no one ever looks. I've never seen anyone get sniped out of a tree before. All you have to do is do it very carefully and make sure you sort of cover your tracks by deleting your staircase behind you, and you can just hide in a tree for most of the game. Hell, some people even won in a tree without moving. Calling attention to my other video. Please watch it, you hater! Anyway, at number 3, we have switching your console settings on your controller from whatever the generic one is to Combat Pro. Oh, what an improvement this is for your gameplay. Combat Pro is basically like playing on the not broken half cousin of PC. If you're playing on PC with a keyboard and mouse, you have instant access to all of the items in your inventory very quickly. You can build a lot quicker on PC. You can switch to weapons specifically easier by just pressing the key buttons that were assigned to each weapon slot. With Combat Pro, you mitigate the problems that were with the original controller assignment, which are, it makes it a joke. If you don't know how the original one works, I'm going to explain it. You have to basically tap the triangle button as many times, or whatever on Xbox One, to get to the weapons that you need or items in your inventory to build buildables. So, with Combat Pro, you now have this toggle switch that makes it a lot easier to switch between items. You can be more specific and not just press triangle and hope you got it right. Combat Pro makes this process a lot easier in terms of switching, because now you know which bumper moves which way. It's a lot easier because you can move back and forth instead of having to go through the entire arrangement, so it actually removes some of the inputs that you have to put in to your controller. For example, if you wanted to switch, if you had to pick a weapon that was ahead of your gun in regular settings, you'd have to go through the entire lineup all the way back to the start to get to that gun. If you're in Combat Pro, you press the left bumper once and you're on that gun. One button versus pressing one button 5 times. It just makes more sense. Beyond that, we have at number 2, configure your stairs properly. Oh my god, this changed my gameplay style entirely. What you can do is get rid of the useless pyramid and configure it into stairs. Now, this makes this whole building process a lot better and easier for you. What you want to do at the start of your game, every game now, you want to go and into the buildable section, select the pyramid, and hold the circle button to enter edit mode. What you want to do is go to the 2 tiles on the back, at the very back from you, furthest away, and you want to just press the trigger button that'll elevate those tiles. And now what you've done is you've configured pyramid into ramp and permaset it. So every time you hit pyramid now, you have ramp. And why this is so important is because when you're trying to do a crazy build, or if you're trying to ramp up to someone, you're going to need to use stairs. And if you have to build walls to build your fortress around, or for cover, you have to switch off the stairs. The pyramid shape in itself is very useless. No one really uses it in the game unless you're building roofs or specific fort-aligned top pieces, corner pieces. However, when you set it to ramp, you have another set of stairs. So what you can do is quickly switch, and now you have 2 sets of stairs in your 4 buildable slot. So now, instead of having to switch all the way through to get to stairs again to build upwards, you can just switch to ramp. So basically every other buildable in this section is a ramp or stairs. Now, I like using ramps personally because keeping it on this is very useful, and then switching it to any of the others, not a big deal. It just makes the gameplay a lot easier by having 2 ramp items. Personally, I like to switch them so they're closer together, but it's no big deal. It means that I have to do a lot less work when I'm switching around to get up. Anyway, at number 1, this one also involves stairs, and this is counter building your stairs on your build. So when you're taking someone's enemy fortress or building up into the mountain, you're going to build yourself a set of stairs and ramps to go across and elevate yourself to the high ground. Everyone does it. But what you need to do, and what you'll see a lot of professional streamers do, is they'll counter build their stairs. So they'll put basically another direction of stairs going up, or something like a little wall to block the enemy from using their architecture. This is so important in the game, because what will happen if you don't do it, you're basically setting yourself up to be flanked from behind. Now, it doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, you'll be very pissed because the person simply has to walk up your stairs, do little to no effort to sneak up on behind you, and it's not like you'll hear them because you'll probably be in a firefight with another team. So now you're in trouble, and your enemies are secretly just walking up the stairs you just built for them right up to your base. That doesn't seem too smart, does it? When you could simply put little counter stairs going the opposite way to block them off. Now it forces your enemy into a situation where they have to take action. They have to either destroy your stairs, which will cause you to hear it, or they have to build their own stairs or architecture around, which again you will hear. This will tip you off that someone is coming up from behind, and you can actually take action against them. Whereas if you don't have this on your stair set or any of your architecture, your enemies will simply use it once you've built it and taken someone else's base, and then they'll take you, because that's what happens. And sometimes Jimbo does that to get a victory royale. Anyway, I hope you found this top 5 list enjoyable and informative. Be sure to leave a like and share it on your social media platforms, my little cretins. And I will see you in the next video.